So check this out, guys. So today I want to talk about transitioning, right? So I started my entrepreneurship journey. I started construction management and quantity surveying. And then I worked for a consulting company for 18 months, quit my job, got into construction. Things didn't work out. It was not the scene that I really wanted. Found myself getting into real estate, and that's where I started working for one company, and then 8 months down the line I decided, you know what, I love this, I want to do this. And then I started my own company. I bought a Rosen franchise, one of the big franchises here in South Africa, and I built that business for about 4 years. And then I think it was on the 4th year I really started getting bored and I wanted, something different. And I kept on searching up until I came across network marketing, not for the first time. I think it was for like a second or third time. And then I started doing network marketing whilst I'm doing my real estate business on the side. It was in 2016 that I came across, cryptocurrencies. 2017, I decided to go at it full time. And then I left my real estate business to focus on my network marketing business within the cryptocurrency space. Now, that transition from running my own business, getting into network marketing, for a lot of people that would have been scary. In fact, a lot of people were scared on my behalf, but for me it felt right. The timing was right, and I had to really sort of like bend the bridges, right? Not in the bad way, but I had to make a decision that this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stop the other. I'm just going to focus on this. That one single transition changed my life forever, and I've been learning from that experience. And I know sometimes when we get into a field or we get into an industry and you find that you get comfortable, you get used to it, the who's and who's in that particular industry, but inside you feel that you're not fulfilled. You feel that you're not growing as much as you would love to grow. It's okay to make that transition, as fearful as it might be, with all the uncertainty. And I think as you get older, it becomes even more difficult because of the so many different things that, different people that are depending on you and so forth. So it becomes a challenge. And for that reason, I really admire people that do transition. I'll give an example. I know a lot of people in the network marketing space who have really made, good money, made good relationships, changed people's lives, inspired them and so forth. But then they got to a point whereby they switch from network marketing. As much as they've done well, they've made money and all of those things, they switch to network marketing. They become, let's say, traditional entrepreneurs because they crave that kind of growth, in their lives. I've seen people, quit network marketing to go and pursue studying full time, doing their MBAs, doing their PhDs, purely because that's the next phase of growth for their life. So I really, really admire people that can make that switch, because a lot of people get stuck, even though, them being stuck is literally eating them inside, it's killing them inside, but they never really make the switch, to get into something that's gonna, inspire themselves, right? And help them to grow to the next phase. So I've had to make these transitions, throughout my life, over and over and over again. Right now, yes, I've been network marketing for a very long time, but right now I'm really transitioning, right? Into doing something different. That is to starting a traditional business, right? But in the fintech space. Even within the cryptocurrency space, a lot of people will stay just buying and holding, or maybe even trading here and there. But people never transition to take bigger responsibilities, right? With bigger challenges that comes with that, so that they can grow even bigger. So I really admire people that make that transition. Realizing that crypto and Bitcoin, they are so important that they don't want to just simply shout from the sideline and say, buy Bitcoin, but actually want to be entrepreneurs in that space, building platforms, building solutions, and getting people, to really understand and to participate. So in other words, they switch from just being a spectator to being a more meaningful participant, without just buying and holding or trading, but actually starting businesses within that space that actually make the space to grow bigger, you know. So that's what I really I admire about a lot of people, and that's the transition that I'm myself making. We're launching something very exciting, something we're excited about in the fintech space, and I do think it's going to help the cryptocurrency space move from, with just over 6.8 million people, 6.8% of the global population that is involved into cryptocurrencies, and help that transition to basically move forward, maybe into 10,000, whatever, even 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever it may be. And our focus, for our own project is going to be Africa, of course, because we do believe that, crypto has got the potential to help the Africans to really leapfrog their way into prosperity, right, through cryptocurrencies, and all the other technologies regarding that. I really want to encourage anyone, if you've been thinking about starting a business, doesn't really matter where, in what field or what industry, you just never know, guys. I prefer the pain of failure than the pain of regret, because I think, I would rather want to try something and know that it doesn't work, and this is the reason why it doesn't work, and make a decision: do I want to try it again in a different way, or do I want to leave it all together? Because what we are doing right now, we've actually tried it before and we didn't know what we were doing. We failed, we got burnt, in a very big way. And of course, we suffered some reputational damage in the process. But because it's important enough, we are willing to go back and redo it over and over again up until we get it right? Because I think, it doesn't matter if you fail 1,000 times, nobody remembers that, people will only remember you win, and I think more than anything, it's not even about people, anything like that, but it's about, finding inner fulfillment. And I think for me personally, there's just no way I will find inner fulfillment up until I know that, we've taken this challenge and we've succeeded, right? So that's the end goal. So if you are sitting in a position right now where you think of making a transition, maybe from one career to the other, I want to say, take calculated risk and go for it, right? It's not going to help looking at all, it doesn't take a genius to find out what's wrong, but it takes a genius to actually come up with a solution with what is wrong. It takes guts, it takes courage. And that's what success really, takes, right? Guts, courage, and courage is not the absence of fear, but it's actually action in the presence of fear. So that being said, take the leap of faith, do whatever is in your heart, consult people in that space if you can find them. If you cannot, utilize social media, utilize the technologies of the 21st century that we have today so that you can find more information about it, and just go for it. Cheers.